Hi everyone. Okay, this is the video for you to help you think about characters. So your paragraph on the item that represents your character, I wanted to go a little bit more slowly through the paragraph that I wrote for my book. I showed you this before in a video, but this was my book bento I created for the book The Faithful Spy. And I have my items. One of the items is this sort of cage I put over, which represents jail. These are the Zossen files, which was an important file um, having to do with the Nazis and the conspiracy that Dietrich Bonhoeffer was part of. There's a pen because he was a writer and wrote a lot of books from jail. There is a hole punch because there were many holes and sort of ways that Hitler somehow avoided their assassination attempts. And then finally, a ruler, which is my theme. Um, and because he basically had two different rules that he was trying to follow. Okay, so I wanted to just give you an in-depth look at my characterization or my character paragraph. So Dietrich Bonhoeffer is the main character. He also happens to be a real person in this case. So my object was jail bars to represent his character. Okay. So I'm going to read this paragraph. I want you to notice, first off, that I have what's called a topic sentence. And I'm going to talk more about this when I go through how to write a paragraph in one of my videos. But basically, I have given you a topic sentence which ex- explains in general what I want to talk about in the paragraph. I said, this item represents how Dietrich put others before himself. So I've immediately told you what this object represents about Dietrich as a person, as a character. Okay. So I said, this item represents how Dietrich put others before himself. If you want, you can totally steal this structure of this sentence. You can start with this item represents and then fill in the blank. That's totally fine. Okay. Um, and then you'll notice that I have a lot of detail here. So I'm going to read through and then we'll talk about it. All right. So this item represents how Dietrich put others before himself. He spent about 18 months in jail during World War II, which is why I used this cage. These bars also represent the difficult decision he made while he was in jail. As a person, he began his time in jail just waiting and hoping to be freed. As time went on, he became friends with one of his jailers and was respected by many others. There were several times that Dietrich could have escaped toward the end of his jail time. However, he made the difficult decision to not escape even when he had the chance. He did this because he was concerned that the Gestapo would target his family and friends. He decided to sacrifice himself for their sake. Okay, so what I want you to notice is that in this topic sentence, I have given you the character trait that I wanted to talk about. He is sacrificial. He sacrificed himself for other people. He put others before himself. So I've told you that right up front, and I've also explained how the cage that the object represents his time in jail and his decision that he had to make in jail. Should I escape or should I not? And he ultimately decided not to so that his family and friends would not be in danger. Okay. All right. So you'll also notice, and this is something I'll talk about in the paragraphing video, but you'll notice that I have specific details from the story to prove that he was self-sacrificial. So I start by giving you a little background. He was in jail in World War II. He was waiting to be freed. As time went on, he made friends with his jailers and was respected. That's how he got the chance to escape. They actually were going to let him escape in part because they liked him so much and they respected him so much. Um, and so you would think, oh, I should just take this opportunity. But he made a difficult decision not to escape because he was concerned about the family. I got very specific where I said concerned that the Gestapo would target his family and friends. So I gave you very specific details from the story. When I'm looking for text evidence in your rubric, I'm looking for that. You can tell, I think, that I read this book, right? Because I'm naming several very specific things. He made friends with one of his jailers and respected by many others. The Gestapo targeting his family, those are details that I clearly got from the book. Okay. So I just wanted to quickly show you a character. You could also do this for um, this item represents a character's complicated relationship with someone or supportive relationship with someone. The item could also represent a difficult decision they had to make. I kind of did both. I said he was self-sacrificial, but these jail bars also represent a difficult decision that Dietrich had to make. So you could do, like I said, a character trait like I did with the self-sacrifice. You could do a complicated or important relationship. It could be a positive or negative one, or a difficult decision or struggle that your character had. Now, you don't want to steal your thunder with the conflict item too. So just keep that in mind. It could have been maybe a difficult decision, but you don't want to, go too much into the conflict because you also have an item for that as well. Okay. I'm excited to see your character paragraphs, and we'll talk to you later. I'm going to get over here to the stop button. Okay, bye.